All right, so this is the last TEK that we are reviewing, TEK 12b. Evaluate functions expressed using function notation. And remind you, function notation is where we have f of x given one or more elements in their domain. Domain is our input, that's our x value. So Baker determined the annual profit dollars in selling pies using P of n is equal to our function, where n is the number of pies sold. What is the annual profit of the baker if he sells 400 pies? So that's the x value. There's we can go ahead and use our handy dandy calculator. So I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to do 52n or 52x minus 0.05 x squared, and I want to go look at when x is equal to 400. Now you have to go a ways up. 400 is pretty far up in the x value, so there's a quick, easy way for me to get to that. I'm going to hit the blue button second, and then I'm going to hit this button that says window. I want to go to the table set. So then notice on here it says table start. If I change that to 400, oops, not 4,000, I want 400. And then go back to second graph, it will put my table there at the 400x value, which the close one to that and an exact one to that is going to be our answer choice G. All we're doing on these. All right, next question. What is the value of this function of f of 16? Same thing. So go back to y equals clear. I'm going to do alpha y equals to get my fraction. Hit enter, and I'm going to do 1 over 3, and then I'm going to use parentheses. I'm writing it just like it is on paper. X, close parentheses, and the squares outside. Then I'm going to go to second graph. Now I need to change my table set. So I'm going to go back to second table set, and I'm going to change that to, since we're looking when it's inside the parentheses, we're looking for the X value, I'm going to change it to 16. Go to second graph, that gives me 48. So I'm going to box 48. You can also just do 1/3 times 4 minus 16 squared. 4 minus 16 going to give you 1/3 times negative 12 squared. So 12 squared, that's going to be 1/3 times 144. 144 divided by 3 gives you the 48 for the answer. And I believe nope, we still got 2 questions left. Okay. Now here, same thing. So we've got P of x. 5 is x squared plus 1 plus 16. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to clear my prior one. So that's going to be 5 parentheses x squared plus 1 close parentheses, and then I'm going to put plus 16. I'm going to go to second graph, and I'm going to look at when x is 11. When x is 11, we've got 626, which is our answer choice D. You can also plug this in. This would be 5 times 121 plus 1 plus 16. 5 times 122 plus 16 gives me the 126. Last question. We've got these two functions, the first jump function and then this function. Which statement is true? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put both of my equations in. So we want to then look at, so I'm going to put the easiest way to handle this. I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to clear it. I'm going to do x minus 3. All right, got squared. And then, oops, don't forget the plus 4. And then the second column, we've got x cubed plus 2. Okay, I'm going to go to second graph. I'm looking at my table values. So when x is negative 2, I'm scrolling down to negative 2, y is 29. So I'm going to write 29. When x is 0, this is for our y1. When x is 0, y is 13. When we've got f of 8, well, now let's look at our second one. So when we have g of negative 3, when g is negative 3, y is going to be negative 25. So f is out. When we've got negative 1, g of negative 1, look here, y is 1. So g is out. All right, so we've eliminated our first two answers. Now let's look at f of 8. When f of 8, that gives me 29. When we have g of 3, that also, I'm looking at the y2, that also gives me 29. So that is my answer. Let's check exactly what this means. This means f of 8 is going to be equal to 8 minus 3 squared, which is going to give me 5. 8 minus 3 is going to give me 5 squared. Oh, we forgot the plus 4, which gives me 25, plus 4, which gives me 29. Then we've got g of 3, which would be equal to 8, not 8, 3 cubed plus 2. 3 cubed is 27, plus 2 gives me the 29. So that's what we're looking for, is what value of 8 in this or the f of x in the first function would match the g of x in the second function. That is it. That ends the peak for quadratics. I will see you next time.